3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm sitting all alone.
Hard hit into right, back at the wall.
That's how many sugar, I can feel it in my bones.
Big Puppy. Back with 2 outs. Kimbrel deals. Bregman in the air, left field. Benintendi dives, and he makes the catch. Oh, what a play! Game saver, Andrew Benintendi. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series. 5-1 the final tonight. And the best team in baseball wins it all in 2018.
What's up and welcome back to the Pesky Podcast, episode 39, aka the Salt Lamaki episode.
Salty!
Salty! Love that guy. Love that guy. My name is Ari. This is Robert. And what's going on?
Not too much. How about you?
I'm good. It's actually supposed to snow today. So that's exciting.
We got snow here this week, and I moved down to Tennessee to get away from that stuff.
Yeah.
All right?
My dad pulled out
my
dad pulled out the snowblower and he's like, yeah, we're supposed to get 5 inches. And I was like, what? And I was like, wait, we live in Maine. This makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, we just got a dusting, but still trying to drive to work at 7 o'clock at night in the snow just brought me back flashbacks. It was that not good nostalgia.
Not, yeah.
But as he said, this is episode 39 of the Pesky Poll podcast. Still shocked that we've made it this long. Hope you guys are having a great day today. And cheers to you guys. I'm not rocking my usual water, but today we need to celebrate with some eggnog, and I think Ari probably has some tea or something like that.
Nope.
Is it just water?
Nope.
What is it? Hot
Who
cocoa?
drinks water out of a coffee mug?
You!
Actually,
You're
I
weird
do
like that.
I know people who do that, and it's like, get a life.
God, I love eggnog.
Just some coffee.
All right. Like we always say, for our YouTube fans, you get to see these beautiful faces once again. I so need to get a haircut later today, but I still hope I look as gorgeous as always. Make sure to hit that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those post notifications on so you see every time we go live. Spotify and iTunes gang, we never forget about you guys. How you guys doing today? Make sure you hit that follow button so you see every time your two favorite idiots go live every week. With that, follow our podcast, our Instagram at Pesky Podcast. You're already on the podcast, so while you're here, just follow, right? It just makes sense, right?
It just do it. Hey, I'm talking to
you. Jorge.
Whoa.
I know you're watching.
Whoa. Where did that go?
You just scream out a random name and hope somebody who's watching is actually named Jorge, and they're like, what the hell?
They're like, he's talking to me. Oh, man.
It's probably some dude named Alfonso out there still.
Guy named Oracle.
We get way off track. We got some updates for you guys on the Pesky Poll Podcast brand and business. I don't want to get into the really, really big thing yet. I want to keep that a little bit of a secret, but we got 2 new staffers for us. If you guys follow the Instagram, you saw my really close friend, Adam Wright. He is now going to be our social media guy. The majority of the posts you see on social media will be him, and he's going to comment and talk to you guys on there. I'll sometimes be on there commenting. Ari will sometimes post on there too, but it's mostly going to be him. And we have our website starting up. I think it's like wix.com/peskypollpodcast. Make sure you guys go out. We're putting a bunch of articles out there. Adam is going to be one of our writers too, along with myself. And we have an editor who you guys won't see much of. She's going to be more behind the scenes than anything. Mm-hmm. But one of my really best friends, Madeline, is going to be our editor. She's going to be editing all the stuff. She don't know a lick about baseball. But that don't matter, all right? It just matters if she has good grammar, because we all know your boy don't read, all right?
You.
Yes,
you don't read.
Man, I can't sit still. That's the main thing with me. Oh, I love eggnog. You're going to hear that.
You need to calm down with eggnog, bro.
You're going to hear that about 7 more times of the episode. But usually we like to have a little bit of sports news in here, and MLB in general, and then a lot of Red Sox news. Today is just all Red Sox news, basically. We have a lot of things happen. First.
Yeah. For the first time in forever. And I'm
Ladies,
not saying Frozen.
Yes.
Yep.
First, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to bow your heads for a moment of silence. Our boy is now gone. I need to buy a baseball card of his now, and it makes me upset. Robert Stock! He's gone!
Adios, bro.
After,
And we were gonna get him on the pod, so
yeah. After
that
our
sucks.
last... That's still a possibility. We could still have him come in. I mean,
he's gonna be like, "Why am I gonna go back to you guys?"
after he calls me out, I won that bet, though. He said, he commented, watch and see.
Yeah.
Or we'll see you this time next year, and he is not on the team anymore. But I really no. He deserves an honorable walk off. All right, he was the meme along with Kickham out of our guy.
No, you're forgetting the biggest meme.
Hmm.
How could you possibly forget the biggest meme?
Kevin Pillar. Kevin Pillar is not really a meme. Kevin Pillar is more of an idol figure.
Yeah, he's like the face of this podcast.
Yes, we need to change
to Verdugo.
Just a picture of Kevin Pillar.
In the clouds with like rays of sunshine, just his face. He's a beautiful.
But I never said where he went to.
Yeah, I want to hear
He
this.
offered him a deal, and he accepted. Mr. Robert Stock is now a Cub. And my question to you is, are you surprised?
No.
Not at all.
No. Oh, man.
The Cubs...
What's the contract?
Remember I don't know. It's probably a minimum.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, Cubs took Osich, all right? You remember Josh Osich. Josh
How
Osich
could
is
you
our
not
good
forget
friend
the
with the 10 ERA that we thought was going to be great.
So
He ended up in Chi-Town. Now they're like, you know what, Osich, sorry, not working out. Robert Stock, my boy, come on in.
I feel like the Cubs just take all the trash players. It's like the Red Sox are like we're like a pretty nice restaurant, right? And when we're done with our food, we throw it in the trash. Yeah. And
the Cubs are that hobo that live down the street. And
they're like, I can take that.
Just fester.
What?
Oh god, my mic is spazzing it. All right.
What? I found Rizzo. We're definitely gonna keep him. Lester? What is this? Lackey? David Ross?
I forgot about David Ross. Oh I love David Ross. So yeah, this goes back. Cubs just like stealing our players.
No. They're not stealing. We're like, we throw them on the street and they're like,
fine now. All right. Biggest news that I've seen, JBJ opens up on free agency. He went on a different podcast. I wish it was ours and we could have just broke this news, but we're not that good yet.
We're not important, Bobby.
We're not important. But he said he confirmed that there are multiple teams with interest on him.
Doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't, because everyone wants a defensive-minded center fielder.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Right? But the three teams that are for sure going after him: Red Sox.
Okay, I honestly didn't think that.
they're offering out their contract for him.
Fair.
Astros.
Mm-hmm.
Which that would pain me.
That would not feel good.
I'd have to take like a good 3 days to just recoup after that one. Y'all won't hear from me for a good 3 days.
That plays with you mentally.
Yep. And this one's gonna kind of hurt too, but Toronto.
Really? I thought you were gonna say the Mets, because the Mets are looking for a center fielder, and that's what I heard. I heard that they were looking for him. I also heard they were interested in Springer. I also have heard that Toronto's interested in Springer, which I would like to see that actually. That would be really cool.
Yeah, and if he goes to Toronto or New York, that would still hurt me a ton. Mainly because I wouldn't want to see him.
He's probably not going to go to New York. Oh, wait, you're talking Mets, not Yankees, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But let's face it, like, I don't hate the Mets nearly as much as I hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like, in some ways, like, the Yankees, or the Sox and the Mets we kind of share our annoying older brother who beats us quite handedly every year. And we can't do anything about it.
2018, we whooped up on him.
Yeah, for sure. All
right. But hopefully, I'm still hoping he comes back to the Red Sox, but I really just don't see it happening. I
have a different idea, and I'll get into that in a little bit. That I like. I personally, and I would be surprised if you didn't like it, but
Hmm.
yeah.
All right, next.
Yeah.
Even though he got a 1-year contract for this year, so he's back. Matt Barnes opened up and talked about his impending free agency next year.
Okay.
And he said, obviously, I want to be with the Red Sox. I want to be a Red Sox for life. I want to do all this stuff, right? The question is not his loyalty to the team. The question is, do we want him?
No, he's fine. He's very loyal. He's a very loyal player.
The question is, do we want him?
Yes.
No.
I think. How old would he be when he goes to free agency? 30? 31?
Probably 29, I think.
Really?
In that range.
30. Hold up, let me check this because I want to double check that.
Yeah, check that. But like we always talked about, he's the guy that comes in and blows saves. All right, he's not a ninth inning guy. All right. The question is he good enough to be a seventh inning guy? Because we already have our 4, 5, 6 guy, and that's Brazier.
Yeah.
All right. Brazier should never touch a baseball in the 8th or 9th inning. He'll Bill Buckner that all the way.
But see, the thing is, he's really spastic. Like, he's someone that you definitely would not want to have him as a closer. Definitely not a setup man. You want him in the bullpen. I just checked. Barnes is 30. So by free agency, he's going to be 31.
31, yep.
You sign him, but you don't give him a big deal. And I don't think he's going to be someone who's like, I want a big contract. Because I think he knows his worth.
I'm gonna say this now before
Yeah.
you keep going. I'm calling it. Stamp it in.
Okay.
He's gonna be traded at the trade deadline.
That would not surprise me at all. But then the issue is, like, we have almost zero bullpen now. Like, we literally have Brazier. So it's like,
so is this a championship roster right now?
No, but I mean, I think
then why are we pretending like we're gonna make some noise this season?
I think we have. We could.
If we just sign him to a small contract now, we trade him for prospects, let him go. He goes, does whatever he wants with another team for 3 months, and then boom, he's off.
That's basically what we did with Workman, right?
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
But we got good. Smart. We got good prospects for Workman.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Connor
like, how could you not?
Looks great.
Yep. And Pavetta. I mean, he's not someone that everybody's thrilled about, and I wouldn't say that he really like catches my eye. But he does things that, I mean, like I said before, I think that Pavetta can be someone who he reminds me a lot of not Matt Barnes, Joe Kelly. Reminds me a lot of Joe Kelly. And could be someone who like we could see in the bullpen. And I'm talking bullpen, not like long reliever. Possibly starter, who knows? But
we have a lot of good prospects coming in for our pitching staff, right? Like we said, Houck, Pavetta, Seabold, Salucci,
Hernandez,
Darwin, my boy. I wish I could add Domingo Tapia to that list, but
who else do we? Is this sad that I don't know who else we have for a bullpen?
He's insane. No, because we basically DFA'd our entire. Oh, Josh Taylor, Jeffrey Springs. I don't know where he's at, but like we basically DFA'd our entire bullpen. Triggs,
we really
Lair,
you know,
kick him. Everyone was gone.
Yeah,
like, the mean team is dead.
Yeah,
like the Lakers in 2019.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
That team was amazing. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Rondo, JaVale McGee. You had all the boys on there. So with Barnes coming back and all that, we DFA'd one guy who we both agreed we shouldn't have DFA'd, and that was Zue Lin.
Yeah, where'd he go?
He's found a home. He is on a kind of contender in Minnesota. And I like it for him. I like it for him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you think of Minnesota, they don't really have middle infield depth.
Their second base position is pretty solidified. Like Luis Arias is an insane average hitter.
Yes.
Like he's crazy. Crazy contact.
Mm-hmm.
I put him up next to like DJ. Let me hear.
Oh yeah.
For like contact ability. Doesn't really have a lot of power. Anyways, they have that, but they have Jorge Polanco on the right side or the left side. I'm sorry.
That's right.
And they had like who they signed? Marwin Gonzalez, who he just plays everywhere. So like I could definitely see Su Wei Lin getting some time.
Didn't he play outfield for us too? Weren't there some
Yeah, he
some
played
days where like,
shortstop.
Wait, why are you in left field?
You know what? Don't question the Heim. Don't question the Heim.
Red Nicky,
Renicky!
why?
Renicky's like, you look like an outfielder. He's like, no, I literally look.
Damn it, Renicky.
This glove is literally made for shortstop. No, but you can play outfield. Okay, all right. And like he goes like Sue Lin texts Brock. He's like, Brock is yes, just go with it. Just go with it.
So with this Red Sox offseason keep going along, we finally made a trade. And
Yeah.
did you see who was in the trade?
So I saw that there was a trade, and I remember like glancing over it, but not really looking at who it was, and I didn't know any of the names, so I honestly didn't really. Yeah, I don't know a lot about it.
Okay. Our guy, Yohan Ibar, is gone.
You realize he is the only. Let me get this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the only closer in our entire organization.
Adios. We traded him for an infielder. We traded him for an infielder.
Okay. All right. I can. All right. So was it just?
Yeah, it was a straight up 1-for-1.
Okay, cool.
And the guy we got, his name is Christian Koss. All right, he was a 12th round pick infielder from the Rockies. All right, went to UC Irvine. And from his numbers in the minors in 2019, he looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. He looks pretty good. Like I told you before we started, a 332 batting average, 447 on base percentage, which 45% for on base, very good. Slugging is 605 with an OPS of 105.
Huh.
Very, very good. Looks more. He had 11 home runs in 190 at bats.
Was he shortstop?
He is mainly a shortstop, but
yeah,
he
that's
also
what I'm
plays
seeing.
second and third. Which, I mean,
Gotcha.
considering we got rid of Zue Lin, we still have Yairo, we have Dahlbeck, we have Cassis who can maybe make his. We have depth.
Oh yeah,
in the
for
infield.
sure. Yeah.
But this looks like a guy. I mean, this was in single A baseball, so he's still going to make his way up through the ranks. He's going to be only 22 next month, so he got time. He is young. He is my age.
Yeah.
We're both 21. No, he's 22 right now. Wait. Yeah, he's 22 right now. He's going to be 23 in a month.
They say he plays shortstop, second, and third. So
Yep.
I don't know if you said that already, but
which I'm liking this kid. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can't really see anything besides just the numbers on a screen, but I mean, it was 63 hits, 11 doubles, 4 triples. So it's got a little bit of speed to him. 51 RBIs.
Yeah.
Let me check his infield number.
Oh, his fielding percentage?
As his fielding. Yeah, all right, so let me scroll.
Where the heck is the fielding percentage?
He had a fielding percentage of
9. Yeah.
So 95% in the field.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. And being still young, that's still so much time to improve, you know?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'll send him on a message, see if we can get him on the next episode.
Do it. Bud.
Why not?
I'd love that. We've never interviewed a position player, have we?
No, it's just we've been creating an entire bullpen for ourselves, and that's it.
We should at the end of once we've interviewed each position, we should put together our pesky poll.
Starting 9.
Starting 9. Yeah.
We just need one person from every position.
Yeah.
Right? But
love it.
Here's the thing. I think that's just a guess, but he's either going to be a spinner or a Sea Dog next year. So you might get to see him, or I might get to see him come next year.
What did he? So you said he was 22. And 22. He played in single A?
Played in single A. Yes.
Yeah, so chances are And what was he? Like he had a
Probably.
pretty good year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Well, I'm
probably would
saying
double.
he's probably going to be a spinner or a what do we call a sea dog.
Sea Dog, yeah. He
Man.
might like start in Lowell and then like move to Portland.
Hmm.
If we can get baseball games back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure minors are going to be back. There's no way they're going to go 2 full years without having minor leagues.
That would suck.
Once
Yeah,
once
I don't
college
care. I'll wear a mask.
college sports are starting up again, you got to get them minors kids in there.
Yeah, because if you don't, you're risking them sitting an entire calendar year
Hmm.
without playing any competition. Like they're
Yeah.
still working out, and that's great. And like sometimes people need that more than anything else. But you need to get the whole like simulation of a game going on.
Yes.
So, but that's awesome. That's really cool. Wow.
I really hope the best for him. Like I said, he's verified on Instagram somehow, but I'm
Well,
gonna
player.
I'm gonna send out a message to him. Just say, hey, want to hop on? Congrats for being in Beantown.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'll see. Maybe. That's a maybe. But
I'll DM him and be like, bro, we got a podcast. Hop on.
bro, what's up?
What's up?
But we got a lot of news came out this week. We got a lot of guys who have been tendered. And
I am
Ari had himself
so
a
excited.
field day for guys that he wants.
I am
So,
so excited. I have my Christmas wish list right here.
I will shut up.
Right.
I will take my nog. I will lean back and you proceed to go. I love eggnog.
I just realized how festive you are. You got the red cup and you got the green shirt.
Red Solo. No.
No, put the cup down and listen. So
probably get copyrighted.
probably. So yeah, like you said, there are a lot of people who were non-tendered and a lot of people that surprised me.
Yes.
Kyle Schwarber did not surprise me.
Not really.
When the Cubs tendered him, I literally okay. Like I literally was like, okay, that's a good DH. Someone's gonna pick him up as a DH. He's not gonna play. I highly doubt he's gonna play outfield. A team that I would not be surprised if they signed him would be the Rays. They do not have a DH, like a power hitting DH, and they need outfield / catcher. Schwarber has played some catcher. I don't know how much he's played recently because I know he came up to the minors as a catcher.
Yeah.
With the Cubs, but
here's the thing.
Yeah.
And I want to get since you said the Rays, I want to get your take on this.
Yeah.
My dad, this was a week or two ago, gave me a really hot take.
Okay.
And said, Randy Arozarena is going to look really good in the Yankees uniform in 1 to 2 years. Do you think the Rays are going to have enough money to be able to bring Arozarena back once his contract's up?
Oh, boy. That's a wow. Because let's think. Have they paid Meadows yet? Have they paid Snell?
I think Snell got his payday.
I would be.
I wouldn't
be surprised.
This whole team is only making $30 million last year.
I think they have enough money to spread it around evenly. I think they're going to pay Adames. Adames is not someone you.
Willie Adames. Yeah.
I could be wrong though. They have what's his face in the minors, a really good shortstop. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I do not.
Wander Franco.
I've heard that name.
Super. Like he's supposed to be even better than Adames. And I don't really see him going anywhere either. I think that they're just probably going to pay the team. They're going to make it work, It doesn't surprise me because the Yankees, although no, because they have Stanton in left. Why would they bring Arozarena in? And Arozarena doesn't really play center, does he?
He's
more corner.
You can get one of those guys play center. It's not too much of a difference.
Would you want to have Judge play center?
You'd want to have whoever's your fastest guy play center, or whoever is best.
You definitely would not want to play Stanton in center.
So that would have to be if Arozarena was to go to the Yankees, he'd have to slide over to center. And you could always use one of those guys as DH. All right, Aaron Judge.
They use Stanton as a DH anyways.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? So that would leave Arozarena in left though. So that would technically it could work.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't like it, but
I really don't like it, but
I
I
don't
just want
like
to
it
put
at
that
all.
out. But go back to your wish list. I'm sorry.
No, no
Tangents.
worries. Thank you for pointing that out because that was interesting. Number one on my wish list. So there are like 3 or 4 people that I want on my wish list. Number one, Albert Almora Jr.
Mm-hmm.
26 years old. Bats from the right side. Phenomenal glove.
He's playing right field or left field?
Center.
Oh, he's
plays
a center.
field. And that's someone that you could easily plug into right field and move Verdugo to center or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that guy, he's so young. And if the Red Sox do not pick him up, I will flip out. Because this guy, they non-tendered him. And I literally was thinking, I was like, wait, okay, that's Albert Almora Jr. And then I was like, wait a second. And I read about him and he's crazy. Like, look up highlights, bro. It's insane. Number one, I want him. Number two, Eddie Rosario.
Mm-hmm.
I like that guy.
And that's somebody I was going to talk about.
His fielding isn't great, but his bat's out of this world.
His bat well makes up for it. But
yeah, for sure.
The problem, the Red Sox have showed interest in Rosario.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is we need more fielding than we do hitting. This is a top 5 caliber offense.
You could put technically could put Rosario in left.
Yeah, but we
have go to center and Benny in right.
We had one of the worst defenses in the league. I think we're like 27th in the league.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we had the top 5 offense. We were scoring. We were scoring. Bang. We were scoring. We just weren't doing jack in the field. All right?
Yeah.
I don't know who Jack is, but if he could put a glove on his hand, I'd like to try him out.
And if we're going to be losing or potentially losing JBJ, we really need someone from fielding. That's why I said Almora is like my top.
Yeah. And only 26 too. Like,
yeah, he's so young. He's phenomenal. Like when he came up with the Cubs, I think it was 23 or something like that. Let's see. Where does okay, so Eddie basically just plays left.
Yeah.
I have like a number of left fielders, like David Dahl. That could be interesting. He's more of a contact hitter. I don't know if that would be how that would work. We've obviously said Michael Brantley, phenomenal contact hitter. So that's like my outfield, my like left field, right field wish list. So starting rotation, a lot of people are saying Kluber, and that really is like I'm really warming up to that idea a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You sign him for like a 2 or 3 year deal. I don't think you give him more than a 3-year deal, just because of his age. That could be really good. I really like the idea of Jake Odorizzi. Odorizzi, he's Minnesota. He played for Tampa. Mm-hmm. He was like really, really good, really, really good right-hander. Could easily sign that guy. But for bullpen, 2 people caught my eye. So number 1, Archie Bradley. I don't know why the Reds tendered him, or non-tendered him, but they did. That
Reds will red. That's about all I can say about that.
That's fair. But I feel like he's someone who, if you had him and Keona Kela in the bullpen, Keona's young, but you could have Bradley be like, mentoring some of these guys. So yeah, so next, like I'm kind of looking at bullpen arms. So Archie Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's an older guy. You can give him like a 2-year contract, maybe 1-year contract. I don't know, depending on how he does. And he's someone that could definitely mentor other pitchers. And like he's had a lot of experience with like closing out games, both in Arizona and I think a little bit, although I think he played more of a bullpen arm in Cincinnati. But regardless, I think that's some experience you could definitely add to the bullpen. Another guy that I think would be interesting, experience-wise, would be Alex Colomé. That guy definitely has closed out games for a while. Could bring some potential help. So yeah. And last but definitely not least,
Brock Holt.
Yes.
yeah, that's like, is
Obviously.
that a question?
We need our boy the Brockstar.
Is
Especially
that
after
even a question?
getting rid of Zule Lin, who was our Brock Holt.
Yeah.
All right. Now, just get the original back.
Come on.
All right, we tried
Hey,
to upgrade.
he could
It
play
didn't work.
left field, second base, whatever.
First, third, probably pitched once. He pitched.
Oh, he has.
He
He
pitched
has terrible ERA, but he can pitch.
with the
Yeah.
Nationals, but he's pitched.
Brian
All right.
Anderson home run.
Mm-hmm. A couple other bits of news that I found around the MLB. Angels got Jose Iglesias.
I like that a lot. So that
I
makes me think that Simmons is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Simmons is going to Toronto. I'm calling it.
Right-handed pitchers Gene Pinto and Garrett Stallings are headed to Baltimore in that deal.
Don't know any of those guys, but yeah.
Cool. Dodgers pick up Corey Knebel from the Brewers.
Ticks me off.
Why?
Because I like that guy.
He has a 6 ERA.
No, but over the past 2 or 3 years, he's been very, very consistent. He was like the closer before Josh Hader came in, and then Hader blew everybody out of the water, obviously. I think that symbolizes them maybe moving on from
Kenley Jansen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Gene Segura is really up in trade talks.
Where?
Like Blue Jays are among the Knicks.
Okay.
Mariners.
Ooh, I would like. Although,
if the Blue Jays get Gene Segura, they're gonna move Vlad to first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what are they gonna do? Move Biggio to third? Probably.
No, put Segura third.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, duh. Yeah.
Ozuna is putting up a lot of interest.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
He's gotten a lot of interest from the Giants and the Blue Jays, obviously, because the Blue Jays want everybody.
Everybody.
But the Giants' interest really based on if the MLB adopts the universal DH rule. If they truly want to adopt,
you put that guy in right field or left field.
Yeah, no, he'd be a DH for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Cubs are showing interest in Jesus Aguilar.
So that makes me think they're moving on from Rizzo.
Probably.
Aguilar is younger, a little bit younger than Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that for that? Yeah. What else?
What you got?
What is this? MLB sues insurance providers, cites billions of virus losses. Wow. Oh,
Hot
yeah.
takes, everybody. There we go.
Yankees are talking contract with Michael Brantley. That's awesome. Love that. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Hold on.
The sarcasm in your voice is phenomenal. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Mets are looking into James McCann.
I've also seen that the Yankees are looking at McCann, too.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's very consistent. He's kind of more. I think he's a pretty well-rounded catcher. His fielding isn't great, but and I think he's more. You sign him more for a bat than anything else. But
yeah, and like we talked about, Rosario has got a lot of interest from the Sox. Mm-hmm. Basically, he'd play a left. Benny would be right. Doogie would play center. Marlins are really looking for bullpen help.
You want Josh Taylor?
Yeah. They're looking at Brandon Nitzler.
Oh, Brandon Kinsler?
Is that how you pronounce that?
I think so. Is it
sure? Kintzler? Kinsler. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Brad Boxberger and Nick Vincent.
Those guys are all those guys are really old.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what else. Is that it? That's really all you give me? Wow.
That's all we got.
That's not what I talked about. Yep, they're really looking into getting a full-time DH in the NL.
I don't like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'll say this last, then we'll cut it. We'll probably be at like 45 minutes for this episode. But
Hold up.
hold up.
Why don't we just sign Cesar Hernandez? He's 30 years old.
Why not?
Or he could sign Jerks and Profar. Jerks and Profar. I remember. Do you remember that game? This was back when he was with Texas. I distinctly remember watching a Rangers Astros game, and two times he did this 2 times in an inning. He pop up and he went to catch the ball, and the ball literally like tipped off his mitt and fell on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was watching that live with my brother, and I saw the first. I was like, oh man! And my brother and I both said, wouldn't it be funny if he did it again? And then literally the next pitch, it popped up, and I was like, oh my gosh! Terrible.
Man.
But yeah,
But let's get into our DMs for this week.
do it.
And I asked the people last night. I was a little late, but I got it out on time. Thank you very much. And I asked the people, at what age did you fall in love with baseball? Right, very simple question, because obviously, if you're following a Red Sox podcast, that means you had to fall in love with baseball at some point in your life, right?
Oh, yeah.
How old were you when you really fell in love with the game?
I distinctly remember so I remember watching games in 2004 and liking and like enjoying watching the games, but I didn't really understand it because I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of that. Vaguely remember 04. I remember some of 07,
Mm-hmm.
but I really wasn't a fan. Like my parents and grandparents were like huge Sox fans, so we
Yep.
kind of were. I just kind of like listened to them talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I really became a Sox fan or a baseball fan in general, I would say the 2012 offseason. Like going in, or no, 2013 offseason. Like going into 2013. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
And then that crazy championship, and then those years between 13 and 18. We shall never talk about those years.
We shall not talk about it.
And yeah, from there I've just loved baseball, I think.
Yeah, from what the people don't know is, you used to play baseball, right? In like middle
I
school, high
played 1
school?
year.
You only played 1 year.
Yep.
Hmm.
I played right field / second base. I only got one start in second base, but I originally wanted to be a catcher, but I'm not really built as a catcher.
You don't have a gun. You don't have a gun on you.
I actually do have a gun on me. I have a very good throwing arm, but
God.
yes, I do.
All right. Do I need to show them 9-year-old Ari and prove that you didn't have a gun?
Okay, all right. Well, when it's not snowing outside, maybe when it is snowing outside, I don't know. I'll go out and show you my cannon.
Man,
no,
I
but
was
my vision, because I have
Yeah.
contact. I have really bad eyesight. I really couldn't play catcher.
yeah.
So they're like, since you have such a good arm, we'll put you in right field. And I was like, all right, cool. So I played a little bit there, just for 1 year though. And I really started really late.
Yeah.
And then it just ended up being frustrating for me, and then I just
Yeah.
kind of
Baseball is one of those sports you have to pick up at 4, 5, 6 years old.
Yep.
You don't have a shot.
I had a really good throwing arm, and I had some speed, but I couldn't hit just because I couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
Because it was Babe Ruth league, and these guys are throwing a lot harder than I was used to.
Yep.
I just couldn't see the ball, so I was like blindly swinging at stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I know I was never a good hitter till, like I said, my senior year of high school.
Mhm.
I was always a 250s guy, and I'd always have that like 1 month where I'd go completely hot. And
JBJ.
then, yeah, JBJ style, literally full defense. 1 month where I was really good hitting, speed, and the rest of the year I'm batting like 220. But my senior year of high school, I was just consistent, and I started to really find my groove and really find my swing. And I ended up the year batting like 399.
Wow.
I was really good that year, and that year only in hitting. But defense was always where I held my hat.
And you played center field, right?
I was center field, yeah.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. I always made sure I led the outfield. That was my outfield. Nothing dropped in my outfield. And I don't know if you've ever seen St. Dom's High School, over in Auburn, but the outfield, center field reaches 475 feet.
Whoa. That's a huge outfield.
Yeah. Right field, I think, stops at 350, something like that.
Huh.
And then, sorry, left field. Left field stops at 350, and right
Okay.
field stops at like 375, I think. It's a big outfield.
That's
It's a
huge.
lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
But I was trained. I said, "This is my area. Nothing drops here." Right? I
Mhm.
really tell my hat there. But I really fell in love with the game at 7 years old. I
Gotcha.
played. I was never good in little league until I hit like 10 and 10 to 12. That was when I was started really train and get better. But
Yeah.
at 7, I just remember every day I would go down, watch highlights of of them coming back against the Indians 3-1, them coming
Yep.
back against the Yankees 3-0, and just watching those games. I memorized every play. I knew what was going to happen before it did. I watched
That's
it that
great.
much. I just fell in love with it.
No, I did that
But
with the 2013 season for sure.
mhm.
For sure. Like I bought like 2 or 3 documentaries just about 2013. Almost 2019. 2013. And yeah, no, I can remember. I can basically count off every single player from that 2013 team.
Salty!
Salty. I loved him, and I loved Napoli. Those guys were like
Mike Napoli, that's my boy.
my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, but to our guys, Goose says he fell in love at 5. Started
Wow.
very young.
Yeah.
Our boy JD Martin, who I know is watching this right now,
JT.
said 13 because of the Cubs winning the World Series.
Ooh.
My
Wait. 13?
He's talking about he was 13, not.
Oh, I was like, wait a second. Okay, yeah.
So that means he's only like 17, 18. Yikes.
What do you mean, yikes? Bro, that's like not that much
Bro,
younger than us.
just get older. Yeah, and he said his
Older.
T-ball team was the Cubs, so I loved it.
Love it. Love it.
Our guy, how do you say that? Immaculately. That's how you say it. They said about 9. Once my dad got me to understand how it actually worked. Baseball is one of those sports where it's hard to really understand, but once you get all the rules, you know it.
It makes sense. It's very logical. Like once you like, because I feel like people love the game just to play it, and then once you get the rules, everything clicks, and it's like perfect. Makes a lot of sense.
This one is a little. This response is a little vulgar, but our boy Sam Johnson says, "Bro, I was in my mother's womb when I fell in love with baseball."
I love that.
I feel that.
I love it.
T Boyd says 4.
Nice.
Josh said 6, and then our boy Patrick. Patrick, we gotta have some words about this response. Patrick, we gotta have some words. Patrick. He says was a Yankees fan until 7, and then became a Red Sox fan after a stadium tour of Fenway.
How can you not love Fenway though?
All right, here's what I gotta say.
I will say this very quickly. My girlfriend's mom grew up in New York, so she was a Yankees fan, and then she was so heartbroken by 2004 that she was like, I kind of want to. Yeah, she became a Sox fan. I'm pretty sure it was 04. Or maybe it was 07, I can't remember. But like and then she moved up to Mass, and she was like, I kind of like the Red Sox. And then so she just kind of moved over, but that's like we never talk about the fact that she was a Yankees fan, because you never do that.
You never do that.
Our my mail carrier, awesome lady. She's a Yankees fan. So whenever she drops off mail, I'm like, still haven't won a World Series yet. He's like, well, yeah, you guys were terrible.
Yeah, we sucked.
And I was like, yes, we do. We do suck.
We was straight booty. The realists we're not paying. We're not paying Judge and Stanton a total of like $60 million a year. Nah.
Oh! Not to mention Garrett Cole.
Not to mention Garrett Cole.
Don't forget
who was worse than Martin Perez. Think about it.
We should make a shirt that says we're talking about 2 shirts. The Pilar shirt, that's gonna have to happen. The Pilar shit, and then the second one is we're gonna have Martin Perez is greater than Garrett Cole.
Oh. Yes. It's that simple. But
simple math.
Let's say, Patrick, if you are watching this right now, we need you to comment and just tell us why you became a Yankees fan in the first place. That's what we got.
I want to know what year you took the tour of Fenway.
Oh yeah, true.
That'd be
I
interesting.
know. I took a tour in. It was either 03 or 04.
Really? Okay.
I still remember it because I went inside the Green Monster.
So I've never taken a tour of Fenway. But I was this close to touring both Camden Yards and the Washington Nationals Park. And that's when I loved Bryce Harper, like when he was with Washington.
When he was actually good.
That
I
was
mean,
really
his best years were when he were 20 and 21 years old.
Oh, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's good now, but I definitely think he's dropped off.
Yeah.
Like I think that his bat's still there. His bat, I mean, I think he's better. He's a better power hitter. I would say he's a half decent fielder. His speed's pretty much gone though.
Yeah. All right.
All
right. Speed.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I know we are around the 45, 50-minute point. Let's get in to our favorite part of the episodes. Welcome the people.
Welcome to Ari's Takes. So I don't know if you saw this or not, but scrolling Instagram.
Just
yesterday, I think.
Having a good day.
I was vibing. You know, wiping the tears off my face from the 2020 Red Sox.
Wiping the tears off my face as you're seeing Robert Stock is now a Cub.
Wiping away the tears of joy.
Robert Stock.
No, but I saw that CC Sabathia is going to get his own documentary about his career.
Oh, yeah, I showed you the comments today. He went after some dude.
And are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I'd be interested.
I think it'd be interesting because
he's a Yankee. I think he's a really down-to-earth guy.
Oh, I think that there are very few Yankees players that I like. Jeter, I'm 50-50 because I've heard a lot of things that have been really great about him. And some cheating things, but I also don't know how much that's true.
Yeah.
I love Judge. Judge is just a great guy. Sabathia. How can you not like Rivera? Like that guy's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. It's just that length of consistency. You have to appreciate greatness.
Yep. So
he's not a grandfather.
I know. That was so weird to me. I was like, there's Grandpa Mo, and I was like,
did you just stop pitching 3 years ago?
Feels like it.
Oh, man.
Feels like it. Yeah. Good for him.
I don't even want to get into the logistics of that, but.
Oh yeah. Also, let's while we're out, let's congratulate Michael Chavis for getting married.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the longest Instagram post I've ever seen.
I was like, oh my gosh.
It was so long it went down to the comments.
I was like, does this stop? But no,
it was the most entertaining story I've ever read, but
Yeah, definitely worth a read.
He's like, yeah, I was on Double Date with my brother, and the girl I thought he was interested in me, and he was interested in the other chick that I was supposed to be on a date on.
What?
Who am I here with?
Whose woman is that?
Man, I like how he's so full of himself the entire post. Go read it. Go follow Michael Chavis on Instagram. Read that post. That is the funniest thing.
Yep.
But
all right.
What were CC Sabathia? Yeah, he went in, and someone said, "Bro, your career was ended by the Astros." And he said 2017 Game 3 was the last game I ever played. Right, and if you look back at that Game 3. He pitched till he couldn't pitch no more.
Oh yeah.
He was definitely injured, but he's like, I'm staying on this damn mound.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kept pitching till he couldn't no more. And yes, he's a Yankees guy, but I still respect the love.
Oh, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that grit.
100%. All right.
Yep.
That being said, anything else you want to say to the people before we go?
I'll do it.
By this time for next week, we better have either another pitcher or Rosario.
Pick up that one too. Pick up Almora.
And Brock Holt.
Yeah.
And Kevin Pillar.
We're gonna have so many outfielders that like
I don't
the
care.
Yankees are gonna be like, excuse me, can we have an outfielder? And be like, no, you can't.
No, in my world, we're gonna have Rosario,
Yep.
Benny, Verdugo, Kevin Pillar, Billy Hamilton. We're bringing in everybody. All right. With that being said,
Liam Hendricks.
let's roll that outro music. Thank you guys so much for watching. As every time, God bless you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.